Hello, 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 welcome back to my channel. It's Samantha here again with another cute little video where we celebrate all things beady and wiry and things that are easy to make. I'm not a very complicated channel, so if you require more complicated pieces, then there's plenty on YouTube. But if you're looking for something that's easy to make and perfect for the beginner, then I am your gal. Hope everyone's okay. And just a couple of housekeeping things to get away with first. The first one is I'm just trialing a different surface to work on. I have had one of my viewers suggest that my usual board is too bright and that it reflects too much. So let me know in the comments if this surface is okay. It's like a material and a darker colour, so let me know what you think. And secondly, I did have a very nice, very polite lady actually tell me that the fact that I say okay quite a lot is driving her nuts. So we had a lovely conversation about that and the fact that I think it is actually just nerves on my part. If you've ever tried to record a YouTube video, I don't know why it should, because I'm not really very nervous in my usual life. But it's a really nerve-wracking thing, so the only thing I can say is I'll try really hard not to keep saying okay. And if that's okay with you guys, we'll get on to these cute bracelets. Look how sweet these are. Basically, they're made from seed beads and jump rings. I mean, aren't they gorgeous? So you can make these with anything you like, as long as they fit on this particular size jump ring. So I'm going to go through a list of materials, and also we'll be finishing off this gorgeous red one here. Okay, so I really like this multicolored one as well. Look at that, how cute that is. All right, so let's get these out of the way. Just give you a bit of a look there. Actually, thinking about it, you can make these into earrings as well. I've got a set that I'm doing for a friend, which is a matching bracelet and earring set. That's very sweet, isn't it? And also my usual cute little seed beads with a double jump ring. These ones are for me. Let's have a think. Yeah, okay, so I'll move these guys out of the way and we'll go through a list of materials to make these really cute bracelets. Okay, so let's, oh, I said okay, sorry. I'll try my hardest. Oh dear, this is going to be fun. All right, so for the jump rings, you will need some 1mm, that's 18 gauge. I'm using bare copper wire, but you can use anything you like. And that's pretty much it as far as wire is concerned and things like that, but you will need a 6-step bail making plier. The one I use is 2 to 9mm increments. Today for my jump rings I shall be using the 7mm and the 4mm size. Okay, I said it again. Oh, so what you can do when you've learned how to make these gorgeous links is pretty much just experiment and see about the sizes and what fits, what beads fit onto the sizes, that kind of thing. So you'll need some flush cutters, as always, and the ever-present chain nose pliers. Okay, so I use these two. Right, so what else do we need? We just need some seed beads. Now, through trial and error, I have found out that 6/0s or 5/0s work the best for this particular size of jump ring. I did try making some with 8/0s, as you can see here. Now they do look quite cute, so you could probably get away with the smaller seed beads, but I just think that these guys look really cute with the larger ones. It is a little more fiddly, I'll warn you, to get the larger ones on than the smaller ones, but more effective, I would say. Right, so let's clear the table away and we'll get going and we'll have a look at making this cute thing here. Okay, so I'll see you in a second. All right, so we're back here at the table. So the first thing we need to do is have a think about our jump rings. Now I make my own in the very simplistic way where I just make a spiral and then cut. I think I probably will invest at some point very soon in a saw, and I'm hoping to get a workshop type scenario going with a bench and that kind of thing, but at the moment I just make them like this. So the best way to do it is to grab some of your 1mm wire, whichever wire you are using. I'll just move these out of the way. Oh, one of my lovely dog hairs there. So just cut a nice long length off, longer than this. You want to make a long spiral. So to make these guys, which are 7mm, what I tend to do is just pop the wire around my 6th step on the 5th increment and wind round, just literally like so. Round and round and round. This is the I think the easiest way of making them without all the fancy equipment, which I definitely will get at some point. So you're left with a spiral like so. So the way I do it is with the flush away from me, literally just cut so that you have a flush edge. Turn your plier over so that the flush edge is pointing towards you, and snip so that you have a jump ring here with 2 flush edges. Okay, so I'll just do another one. So the flush edge pointing away from you, just snip a tiny piece off. So you have a flush edge here. Rotate your plier so that the flush edge is pointing towards you this time, and just snip. All right, so as you can see here, we've got some very nice little jump rings that meet beautifully in the middle with 2 flush edges. All right, so you're going to need quite a few of those. I'll just get rid of these bits. So you're going to need quite a few of these guys, all right, because we're going to be making bracelets. So because I take a decent size bracelet, I have 15 of these little guys here. So you just make as many as you need. You could even, if you wanted to, make a necklace out of this, and that would be just stunning around the neck, I think. So make some 7mm jump rings and some 4mm jump rings, and that should be okay. So I'm just going to pop this one off so it's not distracting and we can see what I'm doing. Oh, come off. Oh gosh, it's warm today here in the northwest of England, which is lovely. So I'm actually doing double jump rings on this particular one here, but again, you know, the world is your oyster and you can do anything you like here. Right, so let's get some beautiful beads. Now, I bought these ones in Manchester at a bead shop that actually isn't there anymore, in a little place called Affleck's Palace, which is like a vintage type affair, an old warehouse. And these are by johnbead.com, and they're 6/0 dark red, silver lined, I think that is, rainbow matte. They're just beautiful, and I really thought they went really well with the copper. So you need quite a few of these. Now, not all seed beads are the same, so you'll get the more rounder ones, like these guys. Now these are 5/0s, and you'll get the sort of thinner ones, like these guys here. So you just basically just get out your stash and see what you like and see what fits. So let's make a start on these. So get your first jump ring and carefully open it up like so. I'll just move these out of the way so it focuses on my hands and not on anything else, because that's very annoying. Okay, so how's that? That's better, isn't it? So I know that each one of these rings takes 6 of my little red beads here. So you just literally pop 6 of these, or whatever seed beads you're using. It's 1, 2, 3. Oops, 1, 2, and 3. And 4 and 5. You might need to hold your jump ring at the very end when you get to the 6th one, which is there. All right, so you can see here that we have 6 jump rings. I use my fingers for this part just because I think it's easier, but you know, you're welcome to come in and use both sets of pliers. So you just literally close the jump ring up. So what I tend to do is make quite a few of these. So I think I've got 12 on here, so I'll just make a couple more. So we open and pop your jump rings on. Let me know in the comments what you've been up to, guys. I have been away in the Lake District, which was a lovely breakaway. Oops, for a little rest, recuperation. Let me know in the comments what you've been up to and what have you been making. Hope you've been busy and life's treating you very kindly. And this is number 6. There we go. Okay, so again, not all seed beads are the same, so you will get some that are a little thicker. I quite like the difference. If you are one of those people that likes everything uniform, then go ahead and call out, you know, the ones that are a little bit too big. What I found is that when we are attaching the little jump rings at the top and the bottom here, don't have your opening of your jump ring where you're attaching these joining ones, okay? Because you will find that the opening is covered by one of your seed beads. All right, you'll know what I mean when you do it yourself. Okay, just the last one. I'm really trying hard not to keep saying okay. I genuinely think it's a nerves thing. I'm not entirely sure why, because you guys are all wonderful and really, really nice people and have nothing but nice things to say. So I don't even know why I feel nervous making videos. It's very strange because I very often don't show my face either. So who knows? I think when we put ourselves out into the big wide world of the internet, you know, all things can happen. But it was a legitimate thing to say, so I'll try really, really hard not to keep saying it. Maybe I'll think of something else to say instead. Right, so okay, so you make, there you go. So you can make all of those. I think I needed 15, so this one is going to be for me, mainly because I absolutely adore these beads. So there we go, so there's 12, and here we have our 3. So the next thing we need to do is to attach the beaded jump rings together. So for that I use 4mm jump rings made from the 1mm copper wire, just because I like the size of them. So split your beaded sections into 3 on one side and 3 on the other. Pop your jump ring through, and then, like I said, make sure that your join of your jump ring is hidden by one of the beads. Pop that on and close your little jump ring. Now you can, if you choose, like this cute guy here, you can just use the one jump ring in between, which gives it a lot more fluidity. Or with this one, I'm using 2. Still fluid, but I just think that it looks nice also with 2 jump rings going on. Okay, so open that one and just bear with me while I work through the camera here. Attach the second jump ring next to it, but make sure that it's right next to it and not over the top of one of these beads here, because it will really annoy you and you'll have to go in and remove it and do it all over again. And I say that with experience because I've done that a few times. All right, so let's do 2 more. So we open up the jump ring. What I found wearing these, okay, so in between the 3 and 3 on either side, bob it through. So when I've worn these, I've found that because I cover the join of the jump ring, that I don't have any problems with it coming apart. Obviously, with jewelry like this, if you catch it and really give it a good pull, there's a possibility it might come undone, but I've never had any problems. All right, so again, just try and catch, which is difficult to do through the camera, so bear with me. Just try and catch the larger jump with the smaller one. There we go. And through the other side, like so. I mean, I might even try and pull in a little bit closer whilst I'm editing. All right, can you see how that works? Should we just do the last one? And then we'll have a look at the clasp, which is a really simple shepherd's hook. Really easy to do. You guys can do that, no problem. All right, so let's pop this last one on through here and tighten. Okay, there you go. And the last one, all right, so let me know in the comments, guys, actually how you feel about this surface, and let me know if you think it's preferable to the other surface that I've used historically. I do get the point that it is sometimes a little bit too bright and can be reflective, so obviously just let me know. Right, so this is our bracelet made. So when you've done enough, you could even, if you wanted to, put a little jump ring on either side and then have one of the simple bar. I think I did that in my last video with the little scroll links, like a little simple bar chain link necklace. I think that would look very, very pretty around the neckline, but let's make this into a bracelet today. All right, so what I tend to like to do is attach 2 jump rings on one end, like so. The littler ones, the small ones. So let me get that out of the way. Again, pop that in between the 2 sets of 3, so you have 3 on either side. Tighten that up. Just straighten it up if you need to a little, that's fine. And then another one. The reason I put 2 on the end is because when you have a shepherd's hook fastener clasp, you want it to be sitting flat against the wrist, and doing it this way helps that to happen. All right, so you've got your bracelet with 1 jump ring and then another small jump ring. All right, so on the other end we put 1 jump ring, but we do that when we've made the clasp, which we'll do now. All right, so let's get our 1mm wire. You want to pull a piece off that's perhaps 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 inches, something like that, and give it a snip. That's probably too long, as usual for me. Yeah, I'm the type of person that makes way too much pasta at dinner time. You know, like I'm feeding 18 people rather than just 4 or 5. Here in my household, we all have too much pasta. So let's get this out of the way. Right, so with a flush cut edge, we want to make a little tiny lip or a tiny P, like so. You see that? And then just squish that down just ever so slightly. All right, there we go. Now then, come in with your pliers. It depends on the size of hook that you want. So for this one, I think I used, yes I did, I used the 5th step, and I think that's quite a nice size. Or for this one, I used a slightly smaller one. So we'll go with the 5th one today, I think, just because of us people with dexterity issues, it's probably a little better. So with this little P-shaped facing you against the 5th step of the plier, just literally bend it round till it almost meets, like so. And then come in with your chain nose, and about here, just want to put a bit of an angle. So it looks like a shepherd's crook essentially. We're looking for Bo Peep here, aren't we? Where are you, Bo Peep? Oh dear, I think the heat's getting to me. It's quite warm here today. All right, so the next thing we need to do is create a loop. All right, so I don't know, about 3 or 4 millimeters along the straight part here. We want to bend that away from us. Yeah, that's too long. I knew it would be, but never mind. And literally make a wire wrapped loop like so. All right, so this is what we have. And come in with your other plier and wind this guy around, I don't know, a couple of times maybe. 1, 2, so you've got 3 wraps on there and back underneath. All right, so this is what we have. Snip this off, and with your plier, just come in and tighten so that it's not sharp. What I would normally do at this stage is just give this bend here a slight tap with my chasing hammer, just to give it a little bit of stability. I don't have that with me at the moment, but you get the idea. Right, the last thing you need to do basically, and this is so simple, to put the clasp on, get one of your little 4mm jump rings in between the 3 on either side, like so. Pop your hook on, like so, and literally close that jump ring up, like that. And there we have it. How simple is that? Like with everything on my channel, simple, 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 but absolutely beautiful. So let me just put this on off camera. There we are. How gorgeous is that? Wow, I really, really like that. So I've made this one for myself just because, just because I can. And again, like I said, as long as you pop the opening of your larger jump rings in, not where you're joining the, you know, the jump rings with these jump rings here, as long as you sort of hide it underneath one of the beads, I think it gives it a little bit more stability. And how gorgeous are those? Okay, so I hope you enjoy making these. Green one and the multicolored one. Beautiful, aren't they? Have fun and let me know in the comments. Number one, the fact that I have managed to only say okay about 8 times today. And also what you think about the surface. Let me know if it works for you. You know, obviously I want my videos to be what you guys like. So I will see you in my next video, hopefully where I'll be showing you how to make a cute little ring with some Tila beads. So I'll see you very shortly. All right, thanks for watching again. Bye.